Okay. Orlando, can you hear us okay?
I can.
Beautiful. Well, we are ready to start whenever you're ready. Go ahead.
Man, first off, I just want to say thank you to the Hunt family and, the Chiefs organization for making this happen. I also want to thank the Baltimore Ravens organization and Mr. Bisciotti and Ozzie and DaCosta, Coach Hart for all helping this happen. I'm so appreciative. I'm so thankful. I'm so blessed to have the opportunity to play left tackle in this league, which is a dream that, I set for myself as a young kid. And to have the opportunity to play here for this organization is just so special, given the history of everything that's going on here, everything that they've done lately, Coach Reed and his history, Pat and everything that he's done and is going to do. It's so special, and I'm so blessed and thankful to be here and part of this organization.
Let's go first to Herbie Teope with the Kansas City Star. Go ahead, Herbie.
Hey, Orlando, congratulations and welcome to Kansas City. We've got two quick questions just for you. Where were you and what was your reaction when you heard the trade went down that you were coming here? And the second one will follow after that.
Yeah. So, man, it's crazy. I was in Norman, Oklahoma in the Everest in the indoor facility taking pass tests when my agent gave me a call. And, he was just like, are you ready to be a Chief? And honestly, I was a little bit overwhelmed. And it was a little hard for me to wrap my mind around, getting traded to a situation like this, which I think is the best in the league, going from what I came from. And, man, it was just like I said, it was just so overwhelming emotionally. And I'm so happy. I'm so blessed to be here.
And my final question is obviously a lot of excitement from your now new teammates. How many have you heard from, especially Patrick Mahomes? Have you heard from Mahomes?
Yes, I have. Yeah, I have. I've heard from him. I've heard from a few past teammates in Baltimore as well. And everyone has nothing but great things to say about this organization, to say about the city of Kansas City. I'm just, like I said, I'm just super excited to be here.
Let's go next to Nate Taylor. Go ahead, Nate.
Hey, Orlando, just what is your initial thoughts of the Chiefs offense? And then secondly, there's been some discussions about maybe you playing out the final year of your rookie contract. Just how optimistic are you about playing beyond just this next season in Kansas City?
Yeah, I want to be here for a long time. I do. And, I'm going to make sure I take care of my part, and that's handling my business on the football field. As far as the offensive scheme here, I've watched a lot of film on Kansas City, just like I'm sure every other NFL team or NFL player has. I know a little bit about the system. I look forward to learning a lot more, but I'm just excited, man, to be in the system, to have the opportunity to really showcase my talents. They do a lot of different things here than we did in Baltimore, just schematically. So, man, I'm really looking forward to that.
Go next to Adam Teicher with ESPN. Go ahead, Adam.
Hey, Orlando, again, welcome to Kansas City. Just wanted to get your thoughts on what you touched a little bit about on this, but your thoughts on what's going on here, the situation here. You're familiar with the Chiefs. You played against them, I think, each of your years in the league. So we just want to get your thoughts on this program here. And Brad, I'll have a second question as well.
Yeah, man, like I said, it's an incredible organization, top to bottom. It's a bunch of great people. I haven't met a bad person so far. As I said, offensively, it's a ton of talent, obviously with, the number of Pro Bowlers and all pros that they have here, and Pat and, Travis Kelce and, Joe Thuney now, and, guys like me and Tyreek, and I'm really looking forward to getting out there, competing each and every day, competing on game days with these guys, and just really going out there and giving it my all. I think that I fit in really well here. I look forward to meeting everybody.
Okay. And why was it so important to you to play left tackle? Was it just a financial thing, more than a financial thing? Why was that such a big thing for you?
Yeah, so, I would say for me, after Baltimore signed Ronnie to the long-term extension, it was understood that, that was going to be their guy playing left tackle. And so shortly after that, I met with my family. I met with my mentor. We discussed and, we came up with the best plan. And then we spoke to my agent. And, you know, for the most part, man, Jamal Brown, my agent, Justin Schulman, a little bit, and Joe Panos, you know, they took care of everything and, you know, they got me here, man. But, you know, Jamal did a lot, you know, for behind closed doors, you know, making sure that, you know, everything was set in stone, everything was put in place to make sure that this was able to happen. And, you know, I want to thank him personally, you know, for allowing this for helping this happen and helping construct a plan to happen. But this has nothing to do with finances. This is to do with the opportunity to play left tackle. I grew up, my father playing in this league for 13 years as a right tackle. He was a defensive tackle, converted right tackle. In my household, if you weren't playing left tackle, I'm not going to say he disowned you, but you know what I mean? He kind of, you know, talk bad to you. So growing up, you know, there's countless stories I can tell you, you know, one of them being my freshman year of high school, the Mather Catholic High School. They didn't think that I was ready to play left tackle, so they wanted to play me at offensive guard. And my dad went to the coach and told him, you know, straight up, hey, if you're not playing him at left tackle, put him on defense. And so I played defensive tackle my first year. And, you know, growing up as a child, when I committed to play this game, my dad didn't let me play. You know what I mean? I literally had to call him crying as a, you know, 13, 12-year-old kid, you know, begging him to let me play football. And something that he made me promise him was, you know, that I was going to be a left tackle and I was going to play in this league for 10 plus years and be a Hall of Famer. And, you know, something he always expressed to me and my siblings was be better than us. And to have the opportunity to live out my dream, to have the opportunity to play left tackle in this league, to play for this organization is so special to me. And that's my reasoning. You know, it's nothing to do with finances. It's the opportunity to live out my dream, my father's dream that he had for me, and to go out here and win as a left tackle.
Let's go next to Pete Sweeney. Go ahead, Pete.
Hey, Orlando. Welcome to Kansas City. Brad, I just have a quick follow-up after this. Just first question. So as a Raven, I know that the Chiefs have been a struggle to overcome in recent years. Of all the teams in the NFL, how surprised were you that it was the Chiefs that you were getting traded to?
Man, I was really surprised, man. I was really surprised. Gosh, I didn't see it coming. You know what I mean? If you would have asked me, you know, when I requested my trade, where I would have been, I wouldn't even been able to tell you then, but I was very surprised to be here. And I'm just glad that they made the move. I definitely think I'm the guy that they want, the guy that they need.
And then on a much lighter note, your foxtail picture has been getting some buzz. I was just curious if you can explain that on social media. It's been getting some talk. So I just was wondering about that.
Yeah, that's super funny, man. Anybody that knows me, man, I've been wearing, you know, my foxtail for a long time. You know, it kind of started back in college with my mentor, actually. You know, it was a famous movie called Breaking. It was like a dance movie that's called Breaking that came out in the 80s. And there was this guy on there named Ozone, and he had a bunch of foxtail on his hat, on his pants, on his shirt. You know, I remember asking him, you know, what is that? And so I looked up on eBay and I saw it was a foxtail, man. I've been wearing it ever since.
Let's go next to Matt Mcmullen with Chiefs.com. Go ahead, Matt.
Hey, Orlando. Welcome to Kansas City, man. I'm really excited to have you. So you're a guy that obviously sets expectations for yourself. You have goals for yourself. You've already had so much success, but how much better can you be, do you think, here in Kansas City?
A lot better. And, you know, I can grow a lot as a player and I will grow a lot as a player. There's so much in my game that I want to continue to develop, to put myself, you know, on the, you know, highest, you know, pedestal and be compared with, you know, those great players that play the left tackle position like Jonathan Ogden, like Walter Jones, like Tony Baselli, like Anthony Munoz, you know, eventually putting myself in that position. So, you know, I would say I still have a long way to go. I would say that, you know, I'm not even close to playing my best football right now. I'll only get better as time goes.
We've got three more. We'll go right down the line, starting with Darren. Go ahead, Darren.
Hey, Orlando, welcome to Kansas City, man. And appreciate I remember Ozone. Much have ado, rest in peace. A couple questions. What do you feel that you can learn playing alongside Joe Thuney, you know, when you get a chance to get here? And then more so to the point of you playing left tackle. I know, you know, generally you said your father played right tackle and D tackle. Why specifically that position? Why were you like all in gung ho on playing left tackle particularly?
Yeah. You know, like I said a little bit before, man, like I said, growing up in my household, left tackle was important. And, you know, my dad understood the magnitude of the position, the magnitude that it brings, obviously with being often the captain of the offensive line, often being one of the better players on offense. And, you know, it was so important, man, to my family. It was so important to him. As to why, you know, I mean, I can't really say why. I just know that, often your right tackle is a really, he can be a good player, but often the left tackle is getting a lot of love or a lot of credit or a lot more respect and credibility. I guess a better way to put it. But, going to games growing up, my dad would tell me straight up, hey, watch Jonathan Ogden, don't watch me. You know what I mean? Watch his game, study Tony Baselli, watch his game, watch Anthony Munoz, watch all of these guys, watch Trent Williams, you know what I mean? And, watch, Brian McKinney, all of these guys, he would tell me all the time, don't watch my film. And obviously I did, but because it's my father, but he would tell me, watch the left tackle. And, it was just kind of ingrained in me in a young age. And like I said, it was a dream that I set, just as coaches set, dreams to become head coaches, or assistants to become coordinators. It was a dream and goal that I set for myself. And to have the opportunity to play in this league is, like I said, man, a dream come true. And to have it be this franchise is just incredibly special.
We'll go final two, Harold and then Sarin. Go ahead, Harold.
Hey, Orlando, and as someone who used to work in Oklahoma, welcome to Kansas City.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah, good, man. Good to see you again.
Yeah.
So I know when I last saw you, it was pro day at Oklahoma over there at Norman, and the whole conversation was about the maturity level of what you had going into the league. I'm just curious to know how much have you grown just as a player, and how much has Jamal helped you to try to get to where you are now, where you have become that 2-time Pro Bowl player. And then Brad will have a quick follow-up as well.
Yeah, man, Jamal's been such a key component in my success in life as a man, as a football player. He's someone that's helped me understand my way of life and, what it takes to be where I want to be, with him being a former All-Pro and Pro Bowl player as well, and knowing my family and knowing my father and mother and all of those different things. The player that I am now and the person I am now is completely different from, the player and person I was then. I have a better understanding of what it means to be a pro in this league. I have a better understanding of, my expectations for myself and the importance of pushing myself to get there. And, a lot of my success over the past few years, I would give a lot of that to Jamal, man. Although he wouldn't take it, he's helped me out tremendously.
And then the other question, obviously, when you were at Oklahoma, you played with Baker Mayfield, and then you go to Lamar Jackson in Baltimore, and now you're at Patrick Mahomes. That's a different level of mobility from all three guys.
Yeah.
Just, you've had so much experience playing with quarterbacks who kind of move around the pocket. How much has that helped you, and how much is that going to help you going forward with Patrick?
Yeah, I mean, it's great, man, having a mmobile quarterback. I have nothing negative to say about it. You know what I mean? There's times that, they make me right or I make them right, but man, I look forward to keeping him clean, whether he has a broken leg, healthy ankle, whatever the deal is. I look forward to keeping him clean, man. He shouldn't have to run around because of me, period.
And we'll go last to Sarin Petro. Go ahead, Sarin.
Thank you. And Brad, I'll have a follow-up too. You've had very nice things to say, obviously, about the Chiefs, but also about the Baltimore Ravens. And I'm curious, how does that dynamic work? I think fans are kind of interested in, you had another year, right, where you're under team control. Like the Ravens could have said, hey, tough, play, right? Yeah. Like how does that organization work to where it sounds like it was a pretty amicable conversation, your people and the Ravens, and they understood what you want and wanted to look to accommodate it, where it seems like that could have been something that there's a lot of friction. How does that work there with that organization to where you were able to do this and everybody seems to leave as friends?
Yeah, well, I think there was just an understanding that, this is a lot deeper than the surface. It's not about, like I said, finances. It's not about, oh my gosh, this guy's upset. It was just the understanding that, and they knew my father, they knew me from a young child, and they knew, the importance of things. And I remember having the opportunity to start that game against the Washington football team and at left tackle when Ronnie went down for a game. And that was so special to me because of the goals that I set as a young child, for one, being left tackle in this league, one, playing for the Baltimore Ravens at some point, you know what I mean? And to have that opportunity, like personally, that was such a special game for me. That was such a special game for my family. I remember how happy and proud my mom was for that moment. And, I think at the end of the day, the organization, the Ravens, I'm just so thankful and so appreciative for everything that they did for me, for taking a chance on me after the combine, for taking everything that, I dealt with and all of those things and allowing me to be myself and grow as a player. I'm just so appreciative for that organization as well. And I had a great relationship with them. My family still has a great relationship with them. And, I think a lot of it was just more of the understanding that, this was deeper than the surface. This was about, living out my dream, living out my father's dream.
And then you mentioned kind of the prestige and maybe that's not the right word, but everything that comes with being the left tackle,
Yep.
of what it is. That's a two-way street, right? Like, I mean,
Yep.
you have to live up to that as well. And now you take on that pressure of being that guy. And your story now is very much that you wanted out from one very successful franchise. You're very fortunate you land another successful franchise to be the left tackle. What kind of pressure do you feel to live up to being the left tackle and the left tackle for Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah, man, I personally, you know what I mean? Outside of media, outside of coaches, outside of teammates, I put a lot of pressure on myself and I have very high expectations for myself. And that's like, as I said, keeping Pat clean as possible, creating as many huge gaps and holes as I can in the run game and taking care of that man across from me on a consistent basis. I want to be able to develop and gain that trust and that credibility and confidence amongst Coach Reed and Coach Bieniemy and everything amongst my teammates as well. The understanding that, hey, just because it's an elite D lineman over here, I don't need to slide. I don't need chip help. I want to be the best. I want to be the best to play this position in the league. I'm not there yet. I still got a lot of work to do, but I'm going to get there.
Orlando, we appreciate you taking the time today. Thanks for joining us.
Appreciate you guys.
All right, guys. That's it for today. I'm